Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Aniszczyk. I have the fun job of serving as CTO of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, which I helped start roughly 6 years ago. I'm honored today to speak to you on cloud native directions coming up in 2022 and the next year or so. First off, I am thrilled to welcome NHN Cloud to the CNCF. We are thrilled to have another organization in Korea to support our organization and help us grow the cloud native community there. We are very excited to learn from your experiences, lessons, and also share all the amazing projects and work that we do to kind of move the state of cloud native forward. So thank you so much, NHN Cloud, for joining the organization. For many of you who may not be aware, the CNCF is a nonprofit foundation that was founded in December 2015. We host over 120 projects now. We host things such as Kubernetes, Containerd, which is container runtime, Vitess, which enables MySQL on top of Kubernetes, to things such as Helm, Harbor, and so on. We host a slew of projects that help companies and organizations move towards cloud native practices and allows companies like NHN Cloud to build amazing products with. We are one of the largest open source foundations and organizations in the world. We have over 700 members worldwide. We have every major hyperscale and major cloud involved in the organization. We have even end users such as Apple involved and Zendesk. So we have a variety of companies from A to Z that support the cloud native mission and organization. And we're thrilled to have NHN join these great companies in moving cloud native forward. So, where are things going? We've been involved in a once in a generation, pandemic that has completely changed the face of work for many, many organizations. What's been interesting about this is organizations that traditionally shunned remote work or may have shunned a digital transformation toward cloud were forced to embrace this. Banks and insurance companies who never had employees do remote work really before had to adapt. This has basically caused a rapid set of innovation to happen over the last couple of years where companies are moving towards more cloud native technologies. They're using more open source. It is truly incredible. Almost every survey and research that you look at, there is data that shows companies are going through this transformation. I've seen it personally across the CNCF ecosystem, and so many companies that were slow to adopt a cloud are now moving directly forward. So we are very fortunate that we are working in organizations that have benefited from this very, very interesting time that we lived in. And it's an honor for us to kind of serve and help these companies with their transformations. Another interesting thing that we're seeing in the cloud native ecosystem is this whole desire around what we call FinOps. So FinOps is kind of like DevOps, if you're familiar with the term, but FinOps is bringing together the finance and kind of operation dev sides of the house together to improve cloud financial management practices. Sadly, a lot of cloud cost and service tracking is done manually in spreadsheets and is just lacking a engineer's touch. And so the same transformation that happened in the DevOps movement, we expect it to happen in the FinOps movement. So pay attention. We have a sister organization in the Linux Foundation called the FinOps Foundation, which is helping push best practices there. And I highly recommend you take a look at them. So what other kind of directions? I could speak for a very, very long time on this topic, but I'll share a quick little adjacent lesson for you. So if you remember Linux started out very simple, right? Very hobbyist operating system, eventually grew to dominate the server market. Eventually end users and companies out there are like, well, why can't we stuff Linux in a car or in a mobile phone, right? Android now is everywhere. And Linux pretty much has even been shipped to Mars recently, if you paid attention to the NASA Mars rover mission. So Linux has basically been put everywhere and pushed by end users. Kubernetes is going to go through the same movement and process that Linux did. There's already end users stuffing Kubernetes on edge devices, managing large fleets of retail stores and so on. It's truly incredible what people are doing. So I'd very much pay attention to this trend. There's also people running new workload types and orchestrating them using the Kubernetes API and technology. Kubernetes may be very container centric. That was its history, but you need to orchestrate different types of workloads and runtimes. So if you pay attention to things such as KubeVirt, Kubernetes is orchestrating VMs. WebAssembly with Crustlake. Kubernetes is orchestrating WebAssembly runtime. So pay attention to this, but the overall lesson is end users are going to stretch this technology in new areas, and I encourage you to get involved with these communities as they do so in a way that benefits your business. So kind of final things to wrap things up. Currency, if you kind of look at open source, the currency of open source is contribution. If you contribute, you have the ability to steer a project in your best interest. And that's something that if you look at the research out there, Harvard has this study that shows that, compared to free riders who simply just consume open source, people that actually contribute back get more productive value than free riders. So my challenge to you is, just before this presentation, I pulled some data up to see where Korea as a country compared to peer countries in overall contributions to CNCF projects. Korea ended up number 17 out of hundreds, which is pretty good, but not top 10 or top 5. So my challenge to you is, remember, contribution is a currency, open source. Please improve this, because I do think it will be very beneficial to your business, especially if you look at the research. Finally, we are a very large community. We have over 100,000 contributors worldwide, variety ambassadors. We host events all over the world. We're going to be doing KubeCon Europe coming up in Spain in May next year. We'd love to invite you to come there. Hopefully we'll be able to travel soon very easily, but please take an opportunity to check out all the community resources at CNCF. We'd love to have you involved and look forward to the contributions from the NHN Cloud organization and community. So thank you very much. Welcome again, NHN Cloud. We look forward to collaborating with you, and I hope all of you have a fantastic event. Thank you.